Hi everybody, once again you are highly welcome to my YouTube tutorial Data Analytics. In today's video we'll be talking about financial analytics dashboard. Let's see, financial analytics dashboard. This is a beginner friendly dashboard, and I'm going to be teaching you how to analyze and how to visualize this type of data and how to design this dashboard. If I've been looking for a way to learn how to design a dashboard, I think you'll find it in this channel. And also, I'm going to be providing the data set that you need for you to follow along. Everything will be built from the scratch. I'm not going to jump any step for you to learn. And if you are new to this channel, this is what we do. We build visualization and data using Power BI, using Microsoft Excel. And we're about to introduce Looker Studio to our dashboard. So we'll be using Looker Studio to build our dashboard. And as well as we are also learning about SQL. We are having some tutorial on SQL. If you're interested in that, you can check it. And we are making it a beginner friendly SQL tutorial. And also we are having some tutorial on Python that we are also going to continue as well. So what we're going to do, we are going to kickstart our project by opening a blank Power BI report. So when we open a blank Power BI report, then the next thing is we'll follow by uploading our datasets. And when we upload our dataset, we have to first of all transform it in a Power Query editor. And from there, we are going to do some adjustment before we close and apply to finally load it to the data model panel or editor, where we're going to be visualizing our data. So what should we do now is let's open our blank report. So if you have not gotten your blank report open, just try to do that so that we can take the ride together. Our blank report opened already. The next thing is we're going to do is we are going to click our blank report. Already we have our Power BI opened. Then we are going to click on the blank report. From the blank report, we are going to get our data. And we can actually get our data through several means. We can get our data if we have it in Excel workbook. We can get our data also from here, Excel workbook. If we have our data in SQL server, we get our data from here. We can paste and also use a sample data, get a data from another source, and also here we can click get a data as well. So our data can be gotten from different angle. That wouldn't be any problem at all. So we have this opened. Then the next thing is sometimes it's possible that you may not really know, is my data in Excel workbook? Is my data in test/CSV? You can as well. Okay, let me try to click on test CSV and connect. So you will know if your data is actually in test CSV. Let me come back to download. That is where I have my data. As you can see, I don't have any data here. That means my data is not in test or is not in CSV. What I'm going to do, I cancelled. I go back to get a data the second time. That means if you're not really sure the format of your data, then I'm going to use SQL. Then I'm going to connect. Then I'm going to connect. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to download. That is where I have my data. Then the next thing is I'm going to click cells. That is the name of my data. Then I'm going to allow it to open. So that is the first thing I'm going to do. So in case, but once you know the format that your data is, you can as well not trying to do any other thing, just try to click on where your data is. Then we are going to transform this data. First of all, we check our data. We can see everything is well claimed, so we have no reason of trying to doubt. But For a beginner, I will always advise transform your data. It will take you to the Power Query editor. So from the Power Query editor, you are going to see more. If you have not really get yourself familiar with your data, but it's always good to get yourself familiar with your data before you start analyzing your data. So we have everything opened here. Now I'm going to scroll to the right to see, and I can see everything is perfectly fine. I'm going to check the data type. I can see everything is the correct format. I will scroll back to the left hand side to see, and I can see that everything also is in the right format. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to view. I'm going to check column quality and check that everything is 100% valid. That is fine. I don't have anything else to do here. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to check it back. I'm going to home. From home, since everything is clean, then I'm going to close and apply. Close and apply will bring my data back to where we get our data from. Remember, we click here, and this is where we call the data model panel. Then we have, okay, I think it's still loading. Then I will be able to show you some things that we have here. If we load our data directly, we actually find ourselves here. But when we click on transform data, we go to Power Query editor. So that is just the two difference. When you load your data, you'll find yourself here. But when you transform your data, it takes you to a Power Query editor. And the Power Query is a very powerful tools in Microsoft Power BI that you have to learn. And if you want me to make a video on that, please just let me know. Already I'm going to do that because already I'm also doing something regarding that. We have the report view. This is the report view that we're having now. Then we have our table view. This is where our data is as a table. You can see we will have this. Let me click on this, and this will show us exactly our table. Then we have our relationship view. This is called the model view. So these are the three major things that you need to learn. But we have just one table, so there's nothing about relationship. I've already done 1 or 2 videos about a relationship, so you can check how on that. Then we'll go back to our report view. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to give our dashboard a name. I'm going to save as. I'm going to browse where I want it to be saved. I'm going to make download, and I'm going to make it a financial dashboard. I'm going to make it financial dashboard, and I'm going to click OK. So financial dashboard exists. No, then I'm going to make it financial sales dashboard. So I'm going to make it financial sales dashboard. I'm going to click OK. So that is done already. We can see we have financial sales dashboard. Then I'll come down here. I don't want to make it page 1. I just want to make it a report. This is what I want. Then I click OK. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to create some layers. I've done a video. I've taught you can use both. You can create the layers, and you can also use it without creating a layer. So now we are going to create a layer. Then we go to enter the data. From there, and we are going to do some little calculation. We just name it layer. That is all. That is just the name we are going to give, layer. Then we click load. Then we have it appeared here. That is the first thing we are going to do. Then the next thing Already we have it opened. Then come down to the three dots here. Before then, let's open this. Then let's come down to the three dots, not the three dots at the column one, but the three dots at the mail. Then click it. Then go to new mail. Then it will open a new mail for us. Then from there, I'm going to zoom. Let me zoom it a bit. Then I'm going to name it, instead of mail, I'm going to name it sales. I want that name. I need a sum of sales. So give me sum of sales. Now what is our sum of sales? We come down to our sales table and we get this our sales. This is the sum of sales. I close it. Then this is sum of sales. Then I closed back. So that is done already. Then I'm going to attach currency to it. Not percentage, sorry. Not percentage. I'm going to attach a currency. Let me go back. And I'm going to use this currency. Then the next thing is we can as well copy this. Let's copy this and let's come back to the three dots here. Again, new mail. And we're going to have our total profits. And I'm going to just paste. And I'm going to make it profits. I'm having the profit. Then I'm going to have, instead of sales, I'm going to have profits. Data profit. Let me come down to, this is the profit. I'm going to have the profit already. I'm going to click enter. Then I'm going to also put currency. Let me come down here. I'm going to use the same currency. Then I'm going to copy. Then I'm coming down again to the three dots. I'm getting a new mail as well. Then I'm going to make a cost of sales. Then I'm going to paste. And I'm going to make it cost of sales. Cost of sales. Then I will remove this. Then I'm going to make it cost of sales. So we have this here. That is how. These are just the basic layout that you can create, but you need to learn it. So I'm going to copy this as well. Then we'll go back to our mail. Then the mail. From there, I'm going to paste as well. Then this time around, I'm going to make it unit cost. Unit cost. Cost of sales, I then put something I'm going to put. So unit cost, then I'm going to make it a sum of unit cost. So let me go down to, let's look for unit cost. Unit cost. We have unit cost. Cost of sales, the unit cost. Then we click OK. Then I'm going to copy again. Then I'm going to come down to the three dot as well. Then I'm going to paste. Then I'm going to make it price. I'm going to make it price. Then from there, I'm going to change this to price as well. So let me come price. Then the last but not the least, I'm going to products. So we copy this. Then we'll come down here as well. Then we have a numeric. Then we are now going to use some. This is products. Then we are going to use count. We're going to use count. Then we have our products here. One thing I would like you to know, let me just teach you something that you need to know. Now, I'm using count. For instance, let me make it count again. Look at it, I'm making it count. Column name. You can see, count the number in a column. Column name. Count, column name. So what is the column that I want to count? I want to count the products. And the product is going to be the product name, because we don't have a product ID. If we have a product ID, I will have used a product ID. So we have order ID, we have order quantity. So just the product name, that is what we are going to count. We want to count the product name, so we know the type of product that we have. Then we click enter. So we'll click OK. So everything is perfectly done. So we just have to come down here, come to the column 1, and let's remove it. We don't want it. Just go to delete from model. Yes, delete. So that is done. So we wait. Then the next thing is we are going to put a background. And I'm going to show you the background that we are going to use, because I've already used the background. And let me check the color of the background that I use, so that we have a uniform tutorial. So I'm trying to get the color of the background, and we come down to, let's come down to our this, and let's go to background. Let's go to, and let's have this, and let me remove this. Let me paste this. So that is our background. I'm going to click enter. Then I'm going to close. I'm going to reduce the transparency. So we have our background already. That is what we are going to use. Then the next thing is I'm going to close this. Then I'm going to pick a card for our KPIs. I'm going to pick a card. Then I will have the card here. Then I will have it here. So that is going to be the first card that we are going to use. Then from there, we are going to begin to visualize our data and every other stuff. So that is what we are going to be using from there. If you are ready, you can just pick your card, and from there we kickstart our journey. So we have this already. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to pick our cells. We have our cells first. Let's pick our cells. Then we have this. And let's go to Let's close this. We don't need this. The next thing is, let's come to the three dots here. Let's click it. That is the format. So we are going to format our data. Then we go to the callout value. This is the cells. The callout value, we don't need it. We close it. Then we go to the title. We on the title. Then we give our own title, which is going to be sales. So we have our title, and the title name is sales. Then the next thing is we come down to here, horizontal alignment. Then we center it. Good. Then we change it to white. Then the next thing is we go to the callout value. This is the callout value. Then it's too big. Then we are going to make it. Let me use Sergio Black, and I'm going to make it 20% for now. Let me see. Let me increase it a bit to 25. 20. That's good. Then I can as well reduce it a bit. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change the color. I'm going to pick this. Then we'll go back to our size and style. Then we don't want the background. Let's remove it. So you see what we have now. Then we go to our shadow. We on it. Then we are going to use 30%. And we are going to inside. We're not going to use outside. We're going to use inside. Then we are going to make it center. So let me click out and let me see. Okay. Let's go back a bit again, and let's change it to probably 20%. And let me see. Okay, we have this already done. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to copy this to reuse. We copy this to reuse. So we are going to have this. Let's just bring this somewhere around here. And I'm going to, let me make it here because something will actually be here. I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to paste it in other 5 places. Then I'm going to draw it. This is going to be 1. Here, the second one will follow suit. I'm going to arrange it accordingly. The third one will follow suit. I can as well move it up a bit because the only thing that's going to be here is just the title. Then I can move this up a bit. This is good. Then arrange this accordingly. Arrange this as well. Arrange this. Also, then arrange this as well. Then we have this. Then we have this. So the next thing is we're going to click on this and we're going to turn it to profits. So we remove the cells. Then we're going to make it profit. Then the next thing is go to the title. Let's go to the title. Then we'll have the title as profit. So that's good. Then we'll come down to the third one. Then we are going to remove sales. Then we're going to make it cost of sales. We have our cost of sales here. And our cost of sales, then we go back to this. Then we are going to include the currency. Then already we have it here, recently used. So we have it. Then we go to, then we make it cost of sales. cost of sales. How much does it cost selling those products? So we have it. Then the next thing is we go down to the fourth one. Then we are going to remove cost of sales. We are going to pick unit cost. And the unit cost is this. So we go to the unit cost again. We are going to put currency recently used. So we have the recently used. Good. Then don't forget we'll come back to the title. Let's come down to the title. Let's click again. And let's go to the title. And that is going to be unit cost. So we have unit cost. Then we go to the fifth one. We remove the sales. Then we have our price. Then we go back to, because we didn't put currency, though we put currency now again, recently used. So we have that. Then that's good. Then we go to the title. Then we have the price. So the last but not the least, which is the last one here for the KPIs. Then we remove the sales. Then we have our products. Our product is 15,000. Is that correct? Count of products 15,000. So then the next thing is, let me see, remove. So that's good. Then we don't have to change anything other than the name. So we have products. So we have 15,000 products. So that's good. We're actually done with that. So the next thing we are going to do, we go to insert. From the insert, we go to shape. Then we pick a line. Then we have this line. Let's just adjust it a bit. And we're going to bring it down here. Then we have it here as well. Then we go to, doesn't have a background, so have a shadow, no. Have this already. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to change the color of this. Then we'll move down to the shape. Let's scroll down to the fill. Then we're going to use something that can like, let me see this. It doesn't really work on it. Then we'll use this as well. Then we'll come down to border. Then we have something like this. This is to somehow, let me have this. So that is something a bit closer. Then we come to the shadow. Then we don't actually need the shadow. Let me remove the shadow. Let's move this closer. Closer, and this have to be long to touch everywhere. We'll remove the filter. So we'll bring it back here. So that is what we have there. And that is actually good. Then the next thing we are going to have is we are going to have our source and the product by a date. And the date we are going to use is going to use our month source. So we pick, let's come down to, we are picking this our chart, and that is line and the cluster chart. We pick our line and cluster chart. We reduce it. We go to our date, which is the other date we want to see for month. Then we go to our profit and our source. So we go to source. Then we go to our profits, which is going to be in the line. So let's bring it down to the line here. You can see the line axis is going to be, so we have it August, September, October, December. So we have it correctly placed. That's good. That's good. So we can just add just a little bit. Okay, that's good. Then the first thing we do, we remove the background. Then the next thing is we go to the title, the shadow on, the color, don't forget we are using this. And then we are going to make it inside. Then we are going to make it center. So perfectly done. Then we go to our title. We are going to have then we make it 6 profit per month. That's good. We center it. We change the color to white. 6 and profit per month. That's good. Then we'll go to the x-axis and the y-axis. Although we don't need the legend, we can remove it. Then we go to the x-axis and the y-axis. For the x-axis, let me change the color to white first, the value. So then the title, we don't need it. Let me remove it. Already we have the title up. And let's go to the y-axis. The y-axis, I don't need both the title, I don't need both the value as well. So that is good. Then we go to our data label. Then we have our data label on. Don't be surprised. What we are getting in the data label, that's not a problem. Then we come down to our background. We remove it. Then when you go back to the data label, we have position, auto. Let's have it inside hand. Now let's see. We have it as inside hand. That is not really bad. We can make it centered or outside hand. When we make it outside hand, that will actually be good. Let's try outside hand. Okay. Now we'll go to the line and make it above the line. Then the next thing is we come to the value, and we're going to reduce the value to like 7 to accommodate what we need. So it's giving me 8, but we actually want 7. Okay, we are having 8. That means we might eventually remove. The next thing is we turn it to white for us to see very well. You can see, so we are having a crumbs of number, join it together. Not really well arranged, except if we just expand it. Then we'll go to, let's go to the bar. Go to the column. Then we are going to change the color of the column. We are going to have this. So that is what we have. Then we remove this. So we have this here. Then we are going to copy this, and we are going to reuse it. Then we bring it down here. So let's bring this to be closer. It's in line. And then bring this to get a bit closer here. And we'll remove this down a bit. So we can as well adjust this a bit to be longer. So we have this already. Then we come down to this. Then we are going to pick our cost, because this is going to be a cost analysis. So we need the year, the quarter, and the cost of sales, and the unit costs. So the first thing we are going to do, we are going to remove the sale, the profits, remove the profits, remove the sales. So we are going to pick our date, remove the month. Then we are going to have, let's have our dates. Then we are going to remove the day. We are going to remove the month. So we have the quarter and the year. That is the first thing we want to have. Then the next thing is we want the cost of sales. Let's go to the cost of sales. We have the cost of sales. Then the next thing is we have the unit cost. We have to use this because we copied this. So we have this. So this is not exactly how it should look like. So we are going to remove this. We are going to remove this. Then we are going to make this first unit cost. Then let's use the cost of sales. Exactly. Then we are having the date, we are having the year, we are having the quarter, we are having everything perfectly, not actually the way we want it to be. I'm going to reduce this a bit. So the next thing we are going to do is we remove the dates. Let's remove the dates. Then we have the cost. Then we have our dates back. So we have the dates. Then you just come down, remove the year. I mean the day. Remove the month. So we have it perfectly okay. So the only thing you just have to do is cost analytics. Let's go to our title, and we're having the title as cost. Cost analytics. So we have this perfectly done. Then we are going to leave it this way because we have quarter 3 and quarter 4 in 2021. We have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 in 2022. We have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4 in 2023. Then we have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3 in 2024. So we have that already. Keep there. So let's, I want this to get a bit closer here. So that wouldn't be a problem, even though it's too big. So the next thing we are going to have, we want to see our product by category. So we are going to pick our product by category. We don't need this. Let's keep this. So we are going to pick our, let's pick cluster bar chart. We have a cluster bar chart here. Then we are going to this we can copy this after using it for one, we can reuse it. So then we are going to have our product by category. So we have our products, and also we have our profit by category. Then we have our profits. Then let's go to our category. We come down to category, subcategory. This is product category. Then we have our category. Then we have it already perfectly done. Then we go back to, remember we didn't put data label here, and we have to use our data label. So let me go to format, and let me go to data label. Data label is on. So let's go to the value, and it's white. Do we have a data label here? Yes, we do. This is the data label is on. Let me close it. Let me off it and see. And let me on data label. So we have the data label. Let's go to the value, background, and I'm having it like white, isn't it? Data label. The data label is actually on. We have the value, which is white. Let me make it black. Let me make it this color. Let me see. If it's a review, show blank has a 0. Cost of sales and unit cost. Okay, I'm going to put this here. We have our unit cost to be this, then we have our cost of sales to be this. So I think I will come back to arrange that. So that wouldn't be a problem. That shouldn't be a problem at all. So let's leave that cell on. We come down to that. We have our axis. And let's go to, come down to this. We have our axis, then we have unit cost. We have everything perfectly done. Data label can't be showing. Enlarge the visual or decrease the data label text. Okay. Then what is the data label text? Do we have something? Let me see this. And let me put it here. I think I will come down to this back. So don't worry. That shouldn't be a problem for us. So we come down to that later to fix it up. So already we have it and it's telling us, let's go back to our data label. We are having some error here. Data label can't be shown, enlarge the visual or decrease the data label text. So either we enlarge the visual or we decrease the data label text. So that's will give us everything that we need. So we see this. The visual is responsible to return the asset from which. So we'll come back to that. So that is just the only thing. We shouldn't have problem on that. So we'll come down to this. Then let's go to this. We don't the title. First of all, we don't need the background. Let's remove it for it to show. Then we'll go to the visual. The shadow. We have the shadow and we are going to remember we are using this. And we are using inside and we are using center. So that is good. Then we go to our title. The title before the data label. The title is on profits by products. That is what you need. Profit by category. Then we make it white. Then we are going to make it center. Then we'll go back to x-axis and the y-axis. The y-axis, we don't need the title. But for the value, we are going to make it white, pure white. Then we go down to the x-axis. We don't need anything about the x-axis. We remove. Then the next thing we are going to have is we are going to have our data label on. And we're going to turn it to white. Let's go to the value and let's turn it to white. So we have this perfectly done. So that this will be showing. Then the next thing is we copy. Then we paste. Because we are going to use it for another area. Then we have it here already. Then we go to top 6 profit by subcategory. So we use the profit as well. We remove the products. Then we use this product subcategory. We have so many. Then we go to our filter. Then we go to, this is basic filtering. Just click on here. Then go to top here. We need just top 6. So we have our top 6. Then we have to filter it by the same profits. So we have the profit, then we apply the filter. So we have, you see, we have the top 6 already. That is perfectly good. So we can expand it for the name to show. So we want the name to show. So, and we can also expand this a bit. And let's move this closer. A bit further. Then we go to, we can close this. Then we go to top 6, which is the title. Top 6. We have top 6 profit by sub. Top 6 profit by sub category. That is the only thing we need. Then we are going to change the bar. And we're going to give it another color like this. So then we are going to copy this as well. Then we are going to have it here. Let's have it here. Closer, and let's draw it to align with that. Then we want our profit by channel. Which channel give us the right profit? So we remove the products. Then we have our channel. Then we have this. So that is what we have. You can see we have online, we have in-store, we have reseller, we have phone, we have catalog. So we have profit by channel. Then the next thing we are going to have is we don't need this, so let's close it. We need our filter. So we are going to change the color of this. Let's go to here, and we are going to pick a different color. I think we might decide to let's use this. Then we come down here. Then we pick our slicer. Make sure you click out of anything here, otherwise it will replace. Then we have our slicer here. Then we move it up. Then we have it closer to this place. Then we reduce it a bit. Then we go to our month. Let's go to our date. Then we are picking our month as the slicer, as you can see. Then the next thing we go to slicer heading, which is going to be white. And before then, let's go to remove the background. As you can see, then we have our visual on. Then we're going to use our 30% darker inside, position, centered. Then we go to the value. Let's go to the value. Then we're going to have it white. So we have that already. Then we have one more to go. Then we pick another slicer. Then we reduce it. Then we have it here. Then we reduce it to be here. Good. Then we are going to use our region. We actually want to see where our profit and sales actually come from. Then the next thing we are going to do, we are going to make it a drop down. Let's go to remove the background, put it. So then we come down to our shadow. Then we have it 30%. Then we have it inside. Then we have it center. Then we go back to our test. Slicer head, we have it white. Then we go back to our value. Before then, let's go back to slicer settings, because we want to make it, this is a vertical list, we are making it a drop down. Then the value now, let's go to the value. We are not going to make the value 8 white. We are going to make it something like this so that when we open it, we can see it somehow. Europe, Asia, North America. So that is what we need. Please, if you find this video interesting, please if you find this video useful, please subscribe, please comment, and also please like. And click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Then the next thing we are going to do is we are going to put our title. And let me try to bring this down a bit so that's everything we align together. Then we're going to have our title. Then we go to already home. Let me click out. Then I'm going to have the text. And I'm going to reduce it a bit. Then I'm going to move it down here. Click out if it's not moving. Then I'm going to reduce it. And I'm going to have it here. I'm going to center it after all. So let's move it closer to this place. Then we are having our financial. I'm going to make everything capital letter. Financial analytics dashboard. Then I'm going to make it center. Then I'm going to do this and increase like 18. I think that is actually good. I can also try to make it 20. 20 is good. Then the next thing we go to background, we don't want it, we remove it. Then before then I'll come back to here. And I'm going to turn it to white. Then after that, we need our shadow. 30% darker. Then we also make it inside. Then we make it center. And we are done with our analysis. Let's move it a bit to the middle. And let's close this. Let's close this. Actually, let's close everything. So, and we bring it a bit down here. Now before then, let's save. Then we are going to try our filter, the filter we applied. Please, if you find this video useful, if you find the video interesting, please subscribe, please comment, please like the video, and also please share and click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. To test our filter, first of all, let's test it from the region. Let's see what we have from Asia. You can see we have a sales of 12.41 million. Then we have a profit of 7.14 million. Cost of sales, how much does it cost shipping those goods, everything down there, 5.2 million. Remember, we have a profit of this. Then we have a unit cost. That cost, we have 391.41 thousand. Then we have a price of 935.21. Then we have a product of 3,050 sold in Asia. Then we go to Europe. Let's see what happened in Europe. You can see in Europe, we have sales of 10.20 million. We have a profit of, that means we have a profit of almost half of what we sold. Then cost of sales is 4.45 million. Then we have unit cost 381.28 thousand, price 910.00. Then we have products 3,081. So then let's go to the month of January. We have January. What happened in the month of January? January alone we have sales. This is, don't forget, this is should be our profit. and this should be our sales. So we have our profits. We have a sales of 5 million, then we have a profit, a sales of, this is a sales, other dates, and the sales of this, then we have this profit. Then we go to cost analytics in 2021 quarter one, 1 million. In quarter two, 2023 quarter one, we have also 1 million. Then we got 4, we have 1 million as well. Then we see profit by category. These are what we have. Top 6 profit by subcategory, and also profit by channel. We have online, people that bought from online, in-store, this is in-store, reseller, we have this amount of reseller. Then we have catalog, 0.16 million. Then we have phone, 0.10 million. I think we should change this. If we should change this to 1,000, let me see what will actually happen. Let's go to format, and let's have the data label. Let's go to value, and let's go to display units, auto, and let's make it none. Let's see. We are going to have a lot of numbers. That is why we decide to make it, but it will be more easier for us to see. Let me see. Then we can have this. Then let's go to value. Let's go back to data value position. We're going to make it outside hand. Then we have that. Good. So let's close it. So that will give us the right number. Let's go back to January. You can see we have 1,117,357. So you can see in-store 400,516, reseller 172,234, then catalog is 158,160, then we have phone 96,799. Let me remove this back, then we have everything back to normal. We've come to the end of this tutorial. Thanks for taking this wonderful ride with me. Please, if you find this video useful, if you find this video interesting, please subscribe, please like, please comment, please share, and also click the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. Once again, thank you for taking this wonderful ride with me. See you once again. Bye.